Wallet.
Hello and very good morning to all our viewers. This is WION Wallet. I am Sumit Chaturvedi. Let's see what is making headlines in the world of business this morning. The three-day BRICS summit begins in China's southwestern city of Xiamen. BRICS leaders greet and meet to discuss economic security and other multilateral issues of the five-member grouping.
To stay focused on promoting results-oriented
the need for enhanced economic cooperation among BRICS nations, says expanding people-to-people contacts should be the priority for BRICS. Global brokerage firm UBS has lowered India's GDP growth forecast to 6.6% for this fiscal from 7.2% earlier. Brokerage said growth is expected to pick up in coming quarters. And shares of big three Detroit automakers are rising as investors focus on likely surge in demand as residents of US Gulf Coast replace flood-damaged cars and trucks. And after rising in August, cryptocurrency Bitcoin gains in September too, touches $5,000 mark. And the 9th BRICS Summit official welcome ceremony began in Xiamen, China today. Plenary session of BRICS Summit have just started a while back. The welcome ceremony of the BRICS Summit witnessed BRICS leaders coming together. They were welcomed by Chinese Premier Xi Jinping. It was a huge photo op for media as BRICS leaders shook hands with each other. In what can be termed as show of strength and unity by BRICS leaders, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Brazilian President Michel Temer, South African President Jacob Zuma and Russian President Vladimir Putin are attending the summit. Chinese President Xi Jinping at the opening ceremony of BRICS Summit in Xiamen called for mutual trust between member countries Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa in his speech, broadly focusing on enhancing cooperation between the BRICS members. Xi said that construction of a tall building starts with foundation. BRICS group of emerging economies is expected to oppose trade protectionism during the summit.
We need to stay focused on promoting results-oriented economic cooperation and expand converging interest in trade and investment, currency and finance, connectivity, sustainable development, innovation, and industrial cooperation. The past decade has seen the unremitting efforts of BRICS countries in pursuing development and deepening partnership. It is but a beginning in the history of BRICS cooperation.
And Chinese President Xi Jinping has shared his vision for BRICS cooperation, which he believes will enter a second golden decade if the emerging market countries work together to overcome the challenges of weak growth and threats to world peace. Addressing the BRICS Business Forum in Xiamen yesterday with President of Brazil and South Africa, she said after 10 years, a fully fledged BRICS cooperation framework is taking shape. So thereafter, he also said that despite headwinds causing growth setbacks, BRICS countries are fully confident about their growth potential and the future outlook. We should remember that BRIC was first coined in 2001, around 16 years ago, to describe four emerging countries with fast-growing and great potential. The concept turned into formal cooperation framework in 2006. 4 years later, South Africa joined BRIC, and that became BRICS. She also said that past decade has been the BRICS countries making headway in pursuing common development. Their combined GDP grew 179%, trade increased 94%, and urban population expanded 28% during the period. The development of BRICS countries over the past decade has delivered tangible benefits to more than 3 billion people. Chinese president also said the global economy remains in a period of adjustment featuring weak growth and no apparent new drivers. Due to sluggish growth, protectionism and inward-looking mentality are on the rise. Uneven development and a deficit of fairness have become more acute. She also challenged BRICS countries to create new impetus for growth and continue to improve global economic governance. Xi Jinping also said BRICS countries should promote the building of an open global economy, advance trade and investment, liberalization and facilitation. They should also build new global value chains and rebalance economic globalization.